There we go. Awesome. I see everyone jumping on. Please say hello. I'm going to find my chat too here and open it up. Hello, hello, hello. Tell me where you're from. Happy Friday. Amazing. Let's jump right in, guys. Again, I understand that your time is valuable, and this is an interactive training. So I want to make sure that you guys find the chat, ask questions. If I missed your questions, and or if you're watching the replay of this and you have questions, still post in the chat, please, because we will go back and answer for you. Okay. The biggest reason why you're here to learn the roadmap and the structure around losing 6 to 12 inches in 12 weeks. Yes, for real. When you're over 40 plus, the reason why you're here is to get direction. Okay. Clarity, if you will, but get direction, because over 40 is different. Who feels that over 40 has been different for them? Type me in the chat. Say yes, Moni, it has. Okay. And if you are a busy woman, and when I say busy, I mean, you feel like you're wearing all the hats, especially right now, right? All the hats, CEO of your house, changing careers, maybe changing locations, taking care of parents, taking care of kids, taking care of husband, taking care of house. You're wearing all the hats. And you're really wanting to gain control. Isn't it really about control? Right? That feeling, that sense of control back for you. Okay? Because now you've realized this goes beyond what you're eating and how you're working out. And we're going to be diving into that here today. Okay? Control, confident, have the energy through the day so you can feel strong and hot. Yes, I said hot because you're only in your 40s or 50s or 60s. Okay, you can still be hot, because hotness and sexiness is about self-awareness. Okay, agree? Let me know in the chat. Okay, let me know in the chat. I'm just going to get my chat back up here. I don't know what happened to it. 1 second. Did you see my little thing fluffing around? Okay. There's my chat. 1 second, guys. There we go. Now I can see your responses. Okay, so this is about moving beyond the I don't know what to do anymore. Okay, and it is a lot. I want you to, hopefully you guys have journals and notebooks with you to take notes. Please write this down. It's about life integration. Okay, everyone can follow a meal plan. Everyone can follow a HIIT workout challenge for 30 days. But this is about learning how to integrate into your life, because your life is different from mine. It's different from your neighbors. Okay, that's what it's about, life integration. And we're going to be sharing how my clients are keeping momentum through holidays, vacation, high stress times, illnesses. Summer vacay is coming up. And I know depending on where you are in the world, it's going to look different. For many people, we're still on lockdown here. But how can we still lose the fat, have energy, feel good about ourselves, feel connected, and not feel like we have to hide this summer? Okay. Give me a yes. Yes, please. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, amazing. All without depriving yourself. Who tells themselves I shouldn't all the time? I shouldn't have that. Can't have that. And then the guilt that goes with it, right? Being on a specific meal plan, following, you have to have this for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Family's going to revolt because you're having kale for the 50th time, right? Hours in the kitchen that we don't have, unless you love it, okay? Or doing a complete 180 with your life, because you're a doer and a go-getter. That's why you're here. And I know you can follow, okay? But there's something more behind really getting life-changing results. And we're going to be talking about that here, right? Because fear of failure is big, because you may have tried before on your own or with another system or program. You were consistent for a while. It worked till it didn't, right? And even if you've tried a ton of things and are super strapped on time, I am super grateful and happy that you're here, because this is what we're going to be covering. We're going to be talking about why 40 is different, because it is different. You guys saw the yeses. You guys saying, yep, yes, 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 yes. Me, okay. 3 simple principles based on your body's chemistry now, because your physiology is what it is. Okay, we can't change the fact that we're over 40. We're not as metabolic reactive as we were when we were in our 20s and 30s. That's the reality. So how do we work with that now? And a lot of things that we were doing before that worked are actually of detriment now. Now, isn't that a bitch? Okay, it's my web class. I'm not going to swear, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, how to get unstuck. Okay, you did the calorie counting, the Noom, the apps, the FitPal. You did the challenges. Everything was going great. Then all of a sudden, nada. It worked till it didn't. Okay. I'm going to talk about what transformed my aging metabolism, because I'm not here to preach from the choir. Okay. I went through it. Over 25 years of experience in functional fitness and functional training, biochem degrees, certifications out the wazoo. But when I hit 40, it was like I hit a wall. Okay. You can learn more about me later, but I am sharing what helped me. I lost 12 inches in 3 months, 12 inches. Okay. Why working out in our 40s is not about losing weight. Write that down. That's an asterisk. Working out in your 40s is not about losing weight. How many times have you thought bigger, heavier, fluffier, and you're like, I gotta work out more. You already work out. You're already active. You're already athletic mindset. I gotta work out more. Gotta work out harder. Working out in your 40s is about hormone balancing movement. Okay. And what that means. And also many women come to me. We work with women in the 3M system, which is our signature, and the 3M accelerator, which is our 4-week fast track, right? They come to me wanting to up-level their nutrition, wanting to up-level their hormone balancing movement, their life integration. Okay. But what they leave with is a lot to do with up here. Okay. A lot, 80% up here. Okay, I know that's not sexy. It is kind of fun when you learn about it, but it's all between the ears. We're also going to talk about the 3 big untruths that are being shouted in social media. Okay, that's not going away. I've seen it for years. Okay, they just sort of switch targets and fads and trends. Okay, also the exact roadmap. That's why you guys are here, I'm sure. Right, the most important thing to focus on now, while blocking out all the background noise, because the background noise is overwhelming. It's overwhelming for me. And I've been doing this for 25 years. Okay. In this realm for 7. And the secret shortcut. Okay. I talk about, if you guys have been in my challenges before, I always talk about putting the pieces of the puzzle together. That's what it feels like we're doing, right? We need a foundation first. Okay. But there's certain things that we can do to get that pieces of the puzzle together. Makes sense, guys? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Yes. Okay. Amazing. All right. And also, I know you guys have probably been on web classes and webinars or master classes or whatever they call them nowadays, the marketing thing. And then they try to pitch you sales something at the end. This is not about this. This is about you learning. Okay. This is about me teaching. This is value. Okay. Put the credit card away. I am going to offer you something at the end to help you with that direction. So it's not just like a hi-bye kind of training. I will offer something at the end, so don't worry. But this is not about pitching a sale, okay? If everything sounds amazing, grab your notepad and pen, please, because we are literally gonna dive in. If we haven't met before, if you haven't seen me in publications, on TV, speaking live, in our Facebook group, my name is Moni, Monica Tupholme. I am a self-proclaimed science geek. I believe the mix between an introvert and extrovert. People that see me out and about all the time say, oh my God, you talk and you must be an extrovert. I love being alone, especially right now. I love being alone. So, and I'm a dreamer. I'm a mom that loves pizza and wine. And I am obviously the founder and creator of the 3M system to rev your over 40 metabolism. We've worked with thousands of women through our system and our 3 phases that you're going to learn about now. Okay. And again, like I said, not preaching from the choir. This was me. Okay. I felt like I had like an inch around me everywhere. Like I didn't necessarily feel out of shape, so to speak, but just bloated and heavy and square. Okay. This was me before, tired. And then this is me after. Okay. Because it took me a while to put the pieces together that I'm sharing with you, because it's different. I'm a former professional athlete, but when I hit 40, It shifted. Okay. So you can get to know me more later, but let's focus on getting you that roadmap right now. So I do have a question for you guys. What brought you to spending the next 45 minutes or so with me? Right, to learn. Was it not being able to figure out what you're doing wrong? So you're doing all the things, right? Good old Google search. Maybe you're fed up with the meal plans, eating the same thing over and over and over again, telling yourself, nope, can't have the cake. Nope, can't have that. Nope, can't have pizza. It's not life, right? Maybe it's frustrated because you're committed. You've been doing the gym. You've been doing all the things, got some results, and then all of a sudden, nothing. Let me know in the chat. Yes, that's where I'm stuck. I hear you. Thank you. Lady V. I'm not sure what your name is, but I'm just going to say Lady V. Confused. Okay. Because working out and how to eat, you guys know how to eat. Everyone's like, Moni, what are you? Are you keto? Are you fasting? I'm like, I'm good, real food. That's it. Good, real food. Okay. What worked in the past does not work now. Confusion. Yes. You know how to eat. Stacy, Lady V, I'm gonna still say Lady V. And being pissed off, I'm sorry, because there's nothing wrong with it. Being angry with a hint of sadness because the information out there is confusing, like I said. Don't have broccoli for your thyroid. Blueberries are bad. Dairy's this. You should be doing HIIT. Don't do HIIT, right? Follow this instead. Maybe you're perimenopausal. Okay, if it sounds like you are not alone, because the feelings I just asked you about used to be mine before. Again, like I said, I learned how to take the inches off. I learned how to have my metabolism and up here, my mind, use fat for energy. Okay. Even through life, sick days, illness, summer. My dad got really sick. He just, again, had to have a defibrillator put in. Stressful times, right? It'd be amazing if we had this bubble for stress, but we don't. Life is always going to come at us. Okay. I honestly, if you guys have heard me talk, I always say 40s plus is decades, gong show decades in the most beautiful way, but there's just so much on our plate. Okay. And one of the most life-changing things I can share with you right now is this, and please write this down. Okay. It's not your fault. Because right away we put ourselves to blame. Then the question is, well, if I'm not to blame, then what's the real problem? Because I feel like I'm doing something wrong. The reasons that you're not really getting to the root cause, right? The root cause. In your 40s, you can't just push through, because ultimately your metabolism and fat storage hormones will make you hit a wall. It does not matter, guys, how clean you eat or how hard you work out. Who eats clean and works out consistently and are not seeing the results that you want? Right away there, hormones and life. Okay, we can't just push through that. And that's where the frustration comes out, because there is a ton of noise out there telling you the best way. Google fat loss in your 40s. This may have gone up. Over 5 million hits come up. That could be 5 million how-tos, 5 million belief strategies, 5 million, trends or fads. Okay. The 3 big untruths, and I think this is really good awareness for you guys being told over and over again, are this. And then we're going to get into the roadmap a little bit more. Okay. But I really know this to be true, that it holds many women back from really achieving what they want and the results that they want. Okay. And after 7 plus years deep into the reality of this, I'm 48 now and a half, 49th year, like 49 at the end of this year, over 40 physiology, 25 years in the industry, I can say with confidence that these untruths, like I said before, can actually be doing the detriment, are making it super hard for you. And then it just makes you sad, because you're like, I'm doing what I think is right, what I used to work before, why isn't it working for me? Okay. So many times, if you Google, you read, your best friends in your ear telling you that if you want to lose extra fluff and have more energy, reclaim that connection with yourself, super important, that you need to, number 1, eat clean and healthy. Everyone's like, but Moni, you just said. There's a difference. Okay. that you have to say I shouldn't all over again. You can't have the pizza, can't have the burger. Okay, you have to put how you eat into this box. No, I'm keto. I'm sorry. I'm paleo. I'm Mediterranean. I'm fasting right now. Okay, I don't know when fasting became a diet, but it's not. Following that plan or this challenge, wondering if you'll ever be able to have a cracker again. Okay, this is not true. The clean eating all the time, and here is why. When we eat healthy, clean eating, that means real food. Okay, that's the basis. That's the foundation. Real whole food, quality whole food. That's amazing. That's awesome. However, many times when we focus solely on this, we may be doing the following metabolism killers. Okay, this is good. Number one, insufficient calories. Okay, if your body needs fat, it's going to keep it. It does not matter how healthy you eat. It's protection. It's energy and protection. So if it feels that your energy is like this through the day, or it's going like this, hold on to fat, please. Okay. Fat is also not burned. As a little tip, I don't want to jump down this rabbit hole. Fat needs to be released from our fat cells. It needs to be transported and then picked up by another cell to be utilized. It's actually converted into CO2 and oxygen gases and usually utilized that way as energy. We don't burn fat. Okay. You know, if you've seen it, looks like little puffballs. Okay. But if our caloric deficit is too low, we don't actually use fat for energy. We start getting into losing muscle, and we don't want that. We need muscle as we age. We're going to talk about that here in a second. Okay. Backloading calories is another one. Snackers. Who grazes all day? Let me know in the chat. Graze all day. Right? Your lunch is sort of the leftovers of what the kids ate. Right? You're snacky. Maybe you're working from home, back-to-back Zoom meetings. Okay. And you're sort of grabbing and going. The kitchen's right there. Snack, 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 snack. The problem with that is that we're keeping our glucose and insulin high. Okay. In the 3M system, we talk all the time about a hormonal hierarchy. The baseline of that hierarchy of our hormones. Okay. Hormones, they all matter. Sex hormones, everything. But the base is insulin and cortisol. When we are snacking all the time, we're keeping our insulin up here. You will not release fat if insulin is present. Please write that down. You will not release fat if insulin is present. It's biochemically, doesn't happen. Doesn't matter how clean you eat. Okay, see how this goes beyond? Again, you guys all know how to eat clean. Third one is missing macronutrients. I know keto works, right? It's just not sustainable for a lot of people. But making sure that we have protein, carbs, and healthy fats are a must. Carbs, yes. Veggies and fruits have carbs in them. I know if any of you guys have done hardcore keto, it's like anti-banana, anti-carrot, right? Both have amazing phytonutrients in them, but too much carb. We need carbohydrates, okay? They can work for us as long as we nutrition pair them in the right way, but we need proteins and healthy fats. We cannot drop a macronutrient, okay? Cannot drop a macronutrient. Well, this goes back to your insulin and the snacking, okay? Just a blood sugar roller coaster. Insulin has to work harder. Insulin always follows glucose on that roller coaster, okay? But again, we don't want these spikes and we don't want to keep it up here because then we trigger our fat storage hormones. Insulin's a fat storage hormone and we just stay in fat storage mode, okay? We need distinct meal times. It doesn't have to be like right at 9 a.m. or right noon or 3, but distinct times, okay? Snacks are there if we need them, only there if we need them. When we nutrition pair, you heard me say this already, your proteins, carbs, and fats in a place to start working for you and your metabolic and fat storage hormones, we start stabilizing that baseline of the hierarchy. We start priming your hormones, they're messengers, right? To start communicating with each other again. This gives you what I call metabolic insurance, which is the ability to have the wings and beer, okay? Not look at a piece of bread and go, right? It's that sweet spot that we get with our clients where their energy is stable, they're not craving, they're releasing the fat, you know, they feel lighter, their digestion is good. And we can have the things that are food's a part of life, celebration, right? we can have those things. Okay. But nutrition pairing is key because we need to utilize those key macros. I'm going to put fiber in there too, in a way that matches the energy demand in your day. Here's just a couple of clients saying, just by doing the nutrition pairing, feeling great, bloating gone. Okay. The second one, does that make sense, guys? Let me know in the chat. What was your aha? Let me know in the chat what your aha was. Yes, doing the healthy eating and exercising totally hit a wall. Okay, maybe you had an aha there. Snacking. Okay, awesome. Snacking, missing macros. Yes. Okay, amazing. Okay, this is about. So now you know, okay, what's something simple. We talk about in the 3M structures to support that thing. If you're snacking through the day, don't muscle yourself and say, I'm going to change the behavior. I'm not going to snack during the day. Your brain will fight against you. But what structures can you do? This is what we learned in 3M. What structures around you and your life and your family life can you do to support you not snacking and grazing through the day? Okay, see the difference, guys? Number 2, you need to work out more and harder to burn the fat. Totally, we feel that way, right? Oh my gosh, I'm not getting results. I need to work out harder. I said this before. Maybe you've been told this, do more cardio, up your cardio, right? Get into this zone, right? Get in your fat burning zone. You don't need to spend extra hours in the gym or add in another class or wake up earlier to achieve the results you want. Many of us work out, hopefully, because you enjoy it. You're active, you come from an athletic background, you enjoy having that mind-body connection. It's important. And for my runners out there, stick with me, because a lot of my runners are like, but I like going for an hour-long run. Does that mean I can't do that anymore? No. But in your 40s, you're playing this balancing act between your cortisol hormones, your thyroid hormones, and your insulin. Okay. Again, in 20s and 30s, we're metabolically more reactive because your body always wants homeostasis. It never finds it. Balance. That's why you'll never hear me say hormonal balance. There's no such thing. Okay. But we want efficiency. Okay. It's time to work out smarter, not harder. Okay. Hormone balancing movement, key restorative exercises to make your body fat burning machines. We need time to heal. We need to make sure our workouts are intense. Does not mean duration. Okay. And when we have that, we need to also have restorative movement. You can go for your long runs. You can do your Orange Theory classes, but you need to have HBM. Okay. Hormone balancing movement. Okay. This is just, I like this little graph just to show you the natural cortisol. Cortisol, when we start exercising, naturally rises because your body's like, oh, shoot, she's doing something. What's happening? Right? We biofeedback to our adrenals. We start pumping up cortisol. Okay. Then it stabilizes because you're usually doing that activity, elevated heart rate for a period of time. Your body gets a little acclimated. But then after a while, it's like, oh, shoot, she's been doing this for a while now. Is she running from a saber-toothed tiger, or is she just going for a jog? Doesn't know until rational mind comes in, right? So right away, biofeedback, more cortisol comes in. Cortisol is high, insulin is low. Cortisol is high, thyroid hormone is also low. They work like this. Okay, so this is one of the reasons why we just have to work out smarter, not harder. Okay. Does that make sense, guys? Let me know. Biggest takeaway with workouts. Okay, who said that they're exercising? Someone said that they're exercising 5 days a week. Okay, are you doing the same thing every single day? Maybe we need to switch it up a little bit. Right? We want sweat equity. We want to make sure we're getting, a lot of us work out because we love it. We enjoy it. It's our stress management, stress accommodation, all these things. But we want equity out of it. We want strong, lean muscle, right? Who wants strong, lean muscle? Say, yes, me. Strong, lean muscle. Yes, because this is a natural fat burner too. Okay, muscle helps with glucose and insulin. Muscle helps with our energy powerhouses, our mitochondria. We need lean muscle. Okay, that's what drastically decreases as we age. So if you're not doing resistance training, Start small, talk to me. Okay. We need to start making sure you're getting resistance training in there. It's not just cardio, cardio, cardio. If you're doing resistance training, we have to make sure we're doing it the hormone balancing way. Sounds like woo-woo. Number 3 thing that we hear all the time that is a myth is that you need to rely on motivation and willpower. I hear it all the time. I'm just not motivated right now. I don't have the willpower. Okay, oh my God, summer's coming up. I want to fit into my shorts this summer. I put on my shorts from last year. They do not fit. I'm so frustrated, but I just don't have the motivation right now. I don't know what to do. Okay, we rely on that way too much. The Start Fresh Mondays. Who does Start Fresh Mondays? Let me know in the chat. Okay, or I deserve this. Been a hard day. Need to have a glass of wine. I deserve it. Right? Or the binge weekends. I go good all week. I'm going to be good all week. That I can have a cheat day. Should never be a cheat day. Okay. If you have cheat days, that means that you're equating food to good and bad. Food isn't good and bad. There's food that serves you to your goals and there's food that doesn't. That's it. Okay. There's food that's going to bring you closer to the outcomes you want and the physique changes and the emotional changes and the energy changes and how you feel about yourself. And there's foods that don't. No good, bad food. Cheat days are BS in my book, and it causes hormonal chaos. Okay. I'm getting angry because I'm very passionate about cheat days. Okay. But we do it. I have a cheat day, then I'll start fresh on Monday again. Your body doesn't know if it's coming or going. Hormonal chaos. Okay. Guilt over your lack of motivation. Some days you just don't feel like it, but I should be working out. I should do this because I read that I should be doing it. So I should. Okay. A lot of I shoulds going on. And then, or if motivation's low, you wait till it become high again. And then all of a sudden you get motivation and you start back on track. You find the 30-day program online and you do it and you're all gung ho. Okay. But then you just fall into the same cycle. Okay. Break the cycle, please. Break the cycle. What if I told you that it has nothing to do with willpower towards nutrition or motivation to work out, and everything to do with how your mind is programmed? Habitually, emotionally, and physiologically. Physiologically, if your body and brain needs energy, there is nothing you can do to stop you from eating the Triscuits. But relying on saying nope, 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 which is hunger is always going to win. It's going to backfire. Okay, because your brain's screaming for energy. The energy that it loves the most are sugars and carbohydrates because it knows it can process it the quickest. Okay, habitually and emotionally. Emotionally, right? Can't stop at one Oreo, have to have 10. Okay, you're in a dopamine loop. We talk about this and we learn about this in the 3M. Neural realignment is what we call it in the 3M. It's big. Okay, it's basically taking your habits, behaviors, thought processes, and putting them into new structures that serve you long term. Is this not about doing a complete 180? This is working with the life that you have and the reality that you have. Okay, but it's also recognizing old limiting beliefs and old patterns that arise that can take you off track. Okay, there should never be on and off the wagon. Okay, if you're falling off the wagon's going way too fast. Make sense? Give me a thumbs up. Yes, 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 yes. Amazing, amazing. Okay, so what do we do so we don't muscle through all the time? Please don't treat how you eat like another diet that's restrictive, because it's not life. Okay, food is more than just calories in and calories out. Food is information. It tells our body how to feel, how to perform in sport or in life, and also how to burn fat or carbs for energy. Okay, that's what metabolic insurance is how readily our metabolism, our body utilizes carbs and fats. Okay, the hormones do the messaging around that. Okay, have simple strategic action. We have to live with intention, not reaction. Okay, a lot of times we live in reaction. We wake up, look at our phone, react. Okay, kids are driving us crazy, getting ready for breakfast, trying to get them out the door, doing whatever, we're reacting. Okay, we need to start living with intention. Okay, we look at ourselves in the mirror, we pinch our sides, we react. I gotta work out harder today. I'm not gonna eat, I'm only gonna have smoothies tomorrow. React. Okay, simple strategic action is learning to live your life with intention. Okay, I'm not trying to get too woo-woo here with you guys, but it's big. Okay, the last one is having a wingman. Okay, learning the skills and why. This is a big one that we do in the 3M. I don't want to just preach at you and tell you what to do. You guys can all follow the meal plan. You guys can all do it. But learning why. Why are we doing the things that we're doing? Why do we focus on between the ears and neural realignment to make lasting results? Okay. Why do my clients lose 8 inches in 8 weeks? Because we're doing a lot of work up here, plus we're integrating in their life. Okay. They're learning skills. I love this, Kurt, too. Don't force your life into a system. The system has to ebb and flow in your life to be long-term. Okay. That's why the diet industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry set up for you to fail, come back over and over and over again. It's how they make money. It's how they make money. Okay. It should never be about you being a forever client. It should never be. Okay. Even if you're working with naturopaths and dietitians, Beachbody coaches, whomever, it should never be about being a lasting client. It should be about teaching you the skills to integrate in your life. Okay. And accountability and support. So what it comes down to really is this: when we talk about the realignment part, mindset is a big part. Okay. Learning not to rely on willpower instead of having tools in your toolbox. Okay. That you can go back to. Trust in yourself is big. We're going to talk about this one in a second. Because a lot of us we don't trust what our body's saying to us a lot of the time, especially in our 40s, because things have shifted, right? But having support and accountability, okay? Investing in you, okay? And I don't just mean financial, I mean like time and emotion, bringing you from back here to up here. So much of our energy is out all the time because we're natural warriors and we care. We care and we want everyone else to be okay, especially right now because we're still in a pandemic and we have social injustice out the wazoo in North America. Okay, so we worry. And for us to invest in ourselves is key. Okay, key. Do any of these sound familiar? Let me know, guys. And just do a little bit of a time check here. Let me know which one sounds familiar. Of those, I'm talking about the big 3. Okay. Eating clean all the time, work out more, rely on willpower. Let me know in the chat. Willpower, all. Yes. Okay, amazing. Because they come at big costs. We forget about that. We think we're doing something great. Okay, but they come at big costs. All. You guys are all. Okay, the cost of eating clean. Okay, you're doing program after program, trying to eat this way, that way. Shouldn't have carrots, shouldn't have bananas, blueberries bad, right? You're running around town for all these weird ingredients. Hey, you don't know, trying to figure it out. So much time. But then life happens. Okay, illness, celebration, relocation, tragedy. And then you have to figure out how it works in there and start all over again. If you can't do your diet on vacation, it's a diet. Hey, if you can't do it on vacation, it's a diet. Okay, the cost of working out more. This is the big one, is just time. Okay, again, most of us love working out. We love movement, but our time is also so precious, especially right now when a lot of us are transitioning back to the normal. Super jealous because we are not here. Okay, to the normal, right? But if you do not listen to the different energy demands that occur day after day and week after week, you're going to stick on this hamster wheel of insulin, cortisol, thyroid, insulin, cortisol, thyroid. Okay. And you will not get the results. And ultimately, you're running on adrenaline and you burn out. Make sense? Thumbs up. Yes, yes, yes. Cost of relying on willpower. The big one is you beat yourself up over and over again. This was me. Right? Like, what am I doing wrong? Why isn't this working for me? Maybe it's not meant for me. I'm not good enough. Okay. I'm letting my family down. Right? All these things. So I said the diet thing here in vacation. Okay. Do not rely on willpower. Have strategy. Learn the skills, please, to make it work in your life. Okay. Because food is life. And you connecting with yourself and trusting in yourself is big. The limiting beliefs and factors always pop up. Okay. I'm not worthy. It's not going to happen to me, because your brain likes familiar. Okay. This is why New Year's resolutions and The Biggest Loser doesn't work, because they focus on shifting behaviors. They never connected the dots to the outcome. So when they lost the 100 pounds or life got in the way of your New Year's resolutions, right away, your brain says, I want to go back to familiar. There comes the talk. I'm not worthy. I'm not good enough. I'm not confident. Even if you've shed the weight, you start reverting to old patterns, right? Who's been successful losing weight? Then all of a sudden you start self-sabotaging. You're like, why am I self-sabotaging myself? Okay, very common, very common. So if you don't need those three things that I talked about to lose the extra weight in your 40s, what do you need? So this brings us back to the foundational basics. Okay, it's a little woo right here, stick with me, but you do need trust. Okay, this trust and belief that you're worth it. You need to trust in your own desires. We talk a lot about in the 3M about vision. What do you want for yourself? How does that feel? Because it has to go beyond, I want to shed some belly fat and I need to lose 10 pounds. Why? Why? How is that going to change how life is for you? What is that vision that you want? Okay, super important. We have to connect the dots there, or else this will just go back to familiar. Okay, you need to trust in your vision for yourself. Okay, and then we get into the simple three-phase roadmap that includes nutrition pairing, hormonal movement, life integration. Basically what we just talked about too, and takes into account that this physiology of over 40 is different. Okay, if it was easy as meal plans and workouts, we'd all be walking around like J-Lo. Okay, the wingman, again, having someone in your corner, coach, mentor, whatever you want to call it, that you have support, you have community. Okay, because overwhelm equals no action. Okay, the easiest way to get out of overwhelm is simple, concise action. Okay, a little bit of chicken and the egg, but I think you guys get my meaning. So what if you actually were able to step off this hamster wheel of like eating clean, working out, not seeing results, adopted a process that you could trust consistently to allow your body to release the fluff because it doesn't need it. If it doesn't need it, it won't hold it. Learning how this works in your life. Okay, and having a coach to guide you through it. How does that sound? Good? Scary? Amazing? Let me know in the chat. Good, amazing, super amazing. Sounds like the missing piece I'm missing. It is for many, many women. Awesome. Yep. So how do you actually get those things? Okay. You start again, like I said, trust in your vision, desires, and beliefs. If you haven't written down what you want, what your vision for yourself is, please do. And if you say to me to fit into my jeans better or to fit into my shorts this summer and to lose 10 pounds, I want you to ask yourself why 3 times. I want to fit into my shorts this summer. Why? Because I want to feel better in my clothes. Why? Because I don't want to feel shy and gross about myself running on the beach. Why? Because I want to feel confident and show my kids that I can be confident. Da, da, da. Okay. See how, get nitty gritty with it, please. Right? The what up? You know, no longer to feel confidence at all time. Tired of being tired. Yeah. Hiding the smile, like faking it. Yeah, everything's great. Meanwhile, inside you feel terrible about yourself. That's not life. Okay. You want to embrace life with energy and purpose and confidence. Not every day is rainbows and unicorns, but we realize that and we move past it. Okay. Because you're only in your 40s. And it is holistic health, holistic. Okay. I don't want to spend too much time on these. I have these in here because it's great to have social proof. Just seeing other women that have been where you are and move past it. Okay. 50 actually, love it. Yeah, 50s. Hangzhou time, 60s too. I have a couple clients that are 60s. Okay, but 40s it up, it's changing. And I'm not even talking about perimenopause, menopause, everything. It's just a natural hormonal shift that we have to recognize. So Steph was like many of you. Okay, she worked out, she was doing the daily beach bodies. She was an avid equestrian. She ran a couple times a week. And her words to me was like, why do I feel the thickest around my middle that I've ever been? I feel like I'm constantly on this New Year's resolution talk to myself. Okay, we started working with each other. And then she's like, wait, hold up. I'm going to Disney. Should I stop? And I was like, no, we're going to figure out how to do this through you traveling from Toronto to Orlando. Okay, with 2 small kids coming back. And her number, she said this to me when she, that Christmas, but also she said, Moni, the biggest thing was I didn't get sick. Because what's the reality of me going on vacation, a big road trip like that? Who takes care of everything? Mom, wife, partner, we do, right? You get sick. A lot of people get sick coming back from vacation. They're run down. Okay. Two choices, guys. Really continue doing what you're doing, pounding it out, hoping to figure it out. Okay. Stop the cycle. Learn how to transform and achieve the desires that you want. Okay. It is holistic, please. So let's take a deeper look at the 3-phase system for women over 40. The system I use, the system that we use with thousands and hundreds of clients. It's unique, the roadmap, the framework to consistently deliver results. 3 main steps. Simple nutrition pairing strategy to prime your hormones. Please write that down, prime. Second is hormone balancing movement to shape. And third is integration. You have to learn the skills and keep going back and reinforcing it in your life. We need to prime your hormones before your body will shape. Most blanket solutions have you skip the priming and just go right into eating clean and working out. If your hormones, which are messengers, are not working with each other and sending the right messaging, your body will hold onto fat for dear life. Your energy will be like this because the messaging's all off. Your cells need to communicate to each other before we ask them to shape and change. Does that make sense? Okay, prime, shape, integrate. Nutrition pairing strategy, hormone balancing movement, integration. So how does this work? Nutrition pairing. Okay, the reason why this is so important is because the lack of energy in the fat, again, are because you're not utilizing your macros in a way that helps you with sustained energy, because your carbs and fats are energy sources. Okay, this is not macro counting, food combining, meaning I can't have 2 proteins on the plate. I have to have a protein with a carb, and I can only have a carb with a fat, or I call it food calculus. It's confusing for even me. Okay. But the problem is with generalized programs is that they're not really specific to busy, active women in their 40s that have this level of life stress. Even if you're like, I'm not really stressed, I'm like a 3 out of 10. If you've been yo-yo dieting or eating inconsistently or calorie depriving, you've been working out too hard or not doing hormone balancing movement, you've had change of climate and travel, okay, you've had lack of sleep, all these things are still stressors that add up and add up and add up and add up and add up. Okay, beyond the other, acute stress, like someone cutting you off in the highway, and chronic stress, like an ailing parent. Okay. This really, with nutrition pairing, everyone's like, well, what does that mean? Depends on you. It depends on your life. Do you work out in the morning? How active are you on the day? Do you sit at your desk? How stressed are you? How's your cycle? Okay. Maybe you don't have one anymore. Okay. And then we talk about how we can make sure those key macronutrient sources are working for you. Okay. That's it. No measuring. You use your hand. Okay. Because portions. Okay. Nutrition pairing. Hormone balancing movement. Again, like I talked about before, making sure that we are not necessarily working out harder, we're working out smarter to gain that sweat equity that we want, increases your performance. Maybe you are training for something. You want to do that half one day. Maybe you're doing a triathlon like me in the summer, hopefully if it's not canceled. Okay, stress. I should change this to stress accommodation because there's no management. We need another thing to manage. We need a shot of tequila before we need another thing to manage. Stress accommodation. Your obviously internal health and systems. Okay, cardiovascular, skeletal, nervous system, everything. Functional fitness, being able to get out of the couch when you're 80. Flexibility, sleep. Okay, more stable energy. If we do it correctly, we can't just grind it out. Okay, hour-long workouts 5-6 days a week. Think that we're going to get results from it. It doesn't work that way anymore. Life proof and integration is, again, learning to manage the big players, sleep and stress, okay, life events, so you can truly make it adaptable in your life. What happens if you get sick for 2 weeks? What happens if a period of time where you can barely keep your head above water? Okay, because you're so tapped. What do? This is when we fall off the wagon. There should be no wagon. Okay, let me know if that makes sense. Okay, nutrition pairing, hormone balancing movement, life integration. That's your roadmap. Okay, again, prime before you shape. Okay, all the time when I start working with clients, I ask, what are you doing for fitness and movement and working out? I'm like, okay, perfect. Don't change a thing until we prime and get your hormones talking to each other. Okay, because right away we want to change everything. Your body doesn't like it. It likes simple. Okay, please write that down. It likes simple and it wants consistency and efficiency. That's what it wants. It wants that, so then you guys can start communicating and talking again. Okay, so the 3 phases work for women that are, I don't care if you can be mom to humans or fur babies. It doesn't matter. You can be single or professional, career driven or not, household CEO, athlete, caregiver, taxi drivers. Okay, anyone that is just a go-getter, right? And just wants this for themselves. Again, another client, this is Nicole. You may have heard her story before. I've used it a number of times because I feel like she relates to so many. Mama 4 under, oh gosh, well, they got to be 11 now. Okay. Former athlete, always had this beautiful smile on her face. Always, always, always. Super positive. Okay. When I told her, she worked out 5-6 days a week. Okay. She's like, I'm not asking to be Cindy Crawford. I just want to get tighter, toned, shed the belly fluff that I feel like I've had since kids. Right. And when we scaled her back with hormone balancing movement, not saying that everyone needs to scale back their workouts, I'm just using her as an example. She literally looked at me like I had 3 heads. She's like, but no, because right away we think you're going to get fat. If I don't work out, I'm going to get fat. Again, working out is not about losing weight. Losing weight is a subset from all the other benefits of working out. Okay. We paired her nutrition to meet her energy demand, big, and cravings, done. Okay. So what do you want to do? Why do you want to focus on working with your body against it? Speak, Moni. Why do you want to focus on working with, not against, your over 40 body in life? Why? Okay. Because again, 2 choices. I love challenging you in these web classes, right? You can keep Googling answers, trying to figure it out. Do what your neighbor said that swears worked for her. Everyone's done that. Neighbor did paleo, lost 10 pounds. You did paleo, gained 10. You're like, what? Why? Okay. Or ditch the overwhelm. Okay. Ditch the overwhelm. Use the 3 principles. That's what everyone's like, what does 3M stand for? That's it. It's prime, shape, and then integrate. Okay. But wait, because this is we talk about pieces of the puzzle. This is a big one and a game changer. And I often think the area that's not talked about in an authentic way. It's done in like a pitchy kind of salesy way, but not in just like an authentic way into why. Okay. And that is having a wingman, support, a mentor, a community. Okay. Why is Orange Theories and F45s and those big gyms so popular? Is it the workouts? Yeah, sure. But they're functional workouts. You can get those anywhere. It's community. And now more than ever, during the state of what we're going through here in North America, community is so important. We just want to feel like people around us get it. Okay. And having a coach or a mentor or someone that you actually can trust to and rely on, you can talk to, trust, and rely on, big. Okay. Big. I don't want to get diabetes. I had gestational diabetes during my 2nd pregnancy. Yes. Why? Because I want to be healthy. I want to be around. I don't want to deal with insulin shots. I don't want to do these things. Like, okay. So Stacey, write it down. Okay. But this is, again, a big piece of the puzzle that you've been missing, because a lot of you have been trying to figure it out on your own and lacking that powerful community you can turn to for support and inspiration and are key. Okay. It's not about necessarily hand holding you the whole way. It's about making sure that you learn. Listen, when I have clients go through a plateau or a bloop, I'm like, yes. And everyone's like, what? Because I'm like, this is awesome, because we can talk about how we're going to get through this so you can learn, do it, have it work, and then you can do it the next time. Okay. Scientifically proven that people that enroll in a group-based program, 97% more likely to achieve their goals. It goes beyond you just not thinking that you're alone. Okay. Beyond. Having someone you can trust means that you're following their lead, their system. There's no more guessing. There's no more trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together, right? Should I work out this way? Should I be eating blueberries? Should I meditate? Should I go for a walk? Like, right? Putting it all, because there's always bumps in the journey. It's the reality of life. So instead of having a bump and saying, nope, I'm not worth it, it doesn't work for me, I'll figure this out in a couple of weeks or in a couple of months, you learn to move through it. Okay. Those other things, they work perfectly in this like little bubble. It'd be amazing if we're in a bubble, all the stress just kind of bounced off. Be awesome. Doesn't work that way. Okay. Last example I want to show you, Alex. Love her. Many, like, again, you wearing all the hats, very career driven, travels a ton with work, loves being outside. Doesn't there, she's like, I don't really love working out, loves being outside, had some injuries that we were dealing with. What she was doing had to integrate with her life. Plus she had a lot of the negative Nilly talk on her shoulder. Okay. She did a lot of like, I'm all in or I'm all out. And if I'm all in and it doesn't work, then I'm all out. Right? All or nothing mindset. Okay. So we had to make sure we met her in the middle here to make sure it felt good. She was doing stuff. It was working. It was getting results. And then was being able to sustain it, especially with boys and anyone that's a hockey mom or kids in high performance sports, not even high performance, any kind of sport or activity. Okay. I was in grade 6 chess team. Just saying. Okay, so what drives you guys? I want to wrap it up with this. What drives you? What scares you? Let's bring it all out on the table. We already heard the diabetes. I'm scared about getting gestational diabetes. I'm scared of having this belly fat for the rest of my life. I'm scared of not being confident in my bathing suit ever again and having to wear a one piece. I'm scared of not being a good representation for my kids, boys and girls. Okay. I'm scared that I have to buy a whole new wardrobe. Okay. What scares you? What drives you? If you're not sharing here in the chat, please write it down. Okay. Please write it down, because I've shared a few things here today that it's going to totally make you feel excited because you're getting clarity, direction. You're like, okay, well, that makes sense. Okay, I can tweak this. This is the structure I can do to help support that. But it also can be overwhelming because you're like, oh my gosh, she's talked about so many things and so many pieces of the puzzle. Okay, how do I start? What if I'm already so busy? Where do I learn more? I want to learn more about nutrition pairing. I want to learn more about stuff. I have summer coming up. How do I get in my shorts, Tony? Right? All these questions, totally normal. I see yeses, yes, yes, yes. Amazing, Sue, Jen, Beth, yes. So if you have these questions swirling around your head, this is a good thing because it actually means that you are getting a clearer vision for yourself. This is why I asked you, please write down what you want, but what scares you? I'm scared I'm going to fail again. I'm scared I'm going to try and it doesn't work. Okay, if you failed, that's good, because no success comes without failure, ever. Name a high professional athlete, top businessman, top anyone in your field of work, whatever, top that hasn't failed. Parenting. Okay, then you learn if you failed, take note of what didn't work for you and why. Okay, why didn't it work? Okay, but maybe here's some examples, more energy. Okay, you want to lose the fluff. Good role model for your kids. This is a big one. I don't think it's talked about enough. They need to see mom have burgers, and that's okay. All right. So if you guys have more questions on the how specific to you and your family, totally normal, and don't worry, because I'm here for you. I love how we have slides for this. But the fact and the reality is that everyone's life, health history, stress level, activity level is totally different. Agree or disagree? Okay, agree. Yep, you guys are on it. Agree. So I can't sit here and give you exact answers saying, okay, you need to do 3 HIIT workouts a week plus yoga once a week, and you need to have protein at breakfast and dinner, and you should have healthy fats at lunch. I can't, because, and that would be reckless to do so, because there's more information, because you're so unique, your goals, your vision, what you're afraid of, your life. Okay. My mom that right now is training for a half marathon, but is in back-to-back Zoom meetings all day with 2 kids that are graduating this month. Her life is going to be different from someone that may be a home CEO wearing all those hats, working part-time, okay, taking care of an ailing parent that she has to drive 2 hours to go see. Okay, everyone's life is different. Everyone's life is different, but I can still help you. So this is what I've set out to do. I have set up some time early next week so we can talk one-on-one, and it's me. Okay, very grassroots. Okay, Zoom call, Zoom link. You can keep your video off or on, doesn't matter to me. I'm usually down like this because I'm taking notes. Okay, and we go over, I ask questions. What's going on in life? Where are you feeling stuck? What are you doing? What hasn't worked? Health history, what's happening? Let's go through the 3 areas. Where is the best direction for you to take? Okay, it's about 45 minutes. Okay, 2021 goals, sorry, older slide. Okay, summer 2021, and getting crystal clear on 3 things: where your roadblock is, okay, why are you not progressing? Why are not even getting started? Number 2, clarity around what you should be focusing on. Simple action, compound gains. Write that down, please. Oh, grandbaby coming October. That's so exciting. Simple action, compound gains. What your next steps should be so you can start learning the skills. Okay. Next steps. Where you can get consistency, how you can start learning, right? Where you can get motivation, support, mentorship. Okay. I'm not saying it's me. Has to be a fit. Has to be a fit. Okay. So, but it is a breath of fresh air because you're cutting through the noise that of the online world. Okay. And I think it cuts through all that conflicting and confusing information out there. Okay. So you know what to do next, where to focus on next. So if you're thinking I need this, there's a catch. What's it going to cost me? It doesn't cost you anything. It's a free. I used to do consult calls back in the day, but this is what happens. You get like a book like this. Okay. Okay. Here's what I want you to eat. This is what I want you to do. Da, da, da. Supplements I want you to take. And then women take it, they look through it, and then it just goes, I'm going to focus on that over here. This is so overwhelming. Okay. I don't do them anymore. Okay. And there's no follow-up. Okay. You got to pay money to book a follow-up and everything. That's BS. Okay. But I'm going to say this call isn't for everyone. Okay. If you aren't coachable, you're not patient with yourself, because the journey is never linear. Big narrative shift for many of my clients. It's never like this. If you're losing 10 pounds in a month, you're losing muscle mass and water. The journey that I want to see clients do is this. Okay. Body fat. That's what body fat does. It doesn't do this. That's a hard pill to swallow for many, especially without coaching, because when you start going up, then you think it's not working, not meant for me. These holes look funny. I think you're supposed to put your thumb in them. Not meant for me, right? So you got to be committed to the process. Patient. It's not a quick fix. Okay. If you want a quick fix, all power to you. I get it. Okay. There's detoxes and juicing and cleansing, and they have their place. You can lose some quick water weight. Go for it. Okay. They have their place. But again, if you want to learn about root cause, you want to start priming your hormones to be working for you and not against you. Fat storage hormones down, fat burning hormones up. You are coachable. Communication is key. Okay. Then let's talk. Okay. So I'm going to put the link in the chat. Please don't share it. Okay. Spots are very limited. This is my personal scheduling calendar. And it'll give you enough time to book the call. All right. But I want you guys to get real. Okay. Take the structures, take what you've learned, structures around them. Okay. Why aren't you getting your goals, what you want for this summer? Okay, because another summer of like the I should and I shouldn'ts and not feeling comfortable in your shorts doesn't need to be. Okay, you're missing a key piece of the puzzle. All right, is there any questions? I'm going to open up my chat again for those that are on. Are there any questions? Let me know. Do you call me or I call you is a big one I get all the time. It's a Zoom link. Okay, so when you book, you get a Zoom link. I believe there's a password, and I'm just looking to see if I can get, because I'm mad about this Calendly link. There's a password that you have to put in, and then we just talk on Zoom. You have to have the Zoom app downloaded. Okay. Is there a catch? No, there is no catch. If we both decide that the 3M accelerator, which is our 4-week fast track, or the 3M 12-week is a fit and a good direction for you to take, we can talk about it, but it has to be a fit. Other than that, at least you leave with some direction. Okay. If I am like, I don't know, then here we go. I have a lot of colleagues, okay, and resources and people I know. I love this one. I'm on keto. Is that okay? Yes. Okay. Keto is fine. Like, again, I work with your life, right? So if keto works for you, amazing. As long as it's working, can you do it on vacation and feel good about it? There's no drinking on keto. Just saying. Okay. And fasting's another one. Okay. Fasting is really big right now. There we go. Copy link. I'm going to try to post this in the chat. Fasting is really big right now. Fasting is not a diet, guys. Fasting is a tool. We do it with some clients. There we go. Oh, that's not it. We do it with some clients to, we do it with some clients, but it's not a diet. It's not, again, because you're getting into caloric deprivation, because a lot of people just drop a meal, and that's not what fasting's about. Oh my gosh. Okay, if you guys want to stay with me here 1 sec, I am going to get this dang link because I am that determined and angry about this. Okay, because I feel like the email. Okay, if you want to stick on, okay, I'm going to try again. So bear with me here.